always lose the coin toss and have to go first.
He can start off with
JD to have
G-Dep.
a
He can
chance.
start off with like.
Yeah. But I think
He can start off with Mace if
That
he
bar,
wants to.
that bar.
He can start off with Mace.
I got that hot bitch
24
in my
hours to
home.
live.
You know how many hot bitches I own? Which bar do
X
you
is
want?
on that. One.
One.
You won.
You want the one said last.
Yeah.
So if it's JD, he got a chance.
Unless JD got something that we don't know about, some hardcore.
The only nigga that can really battle with Diddy's probably Kanye.
I think Kanye's up there, man.
With 20 joints,
20, 30 joints. They can go 30.
30. 'Cause he got the whole bag.
It's not his music. It's not his CDs.
It's not just
I
his
know.
music.
I know.
It's
It's what
just
Kanye
Kanye.
produced.
Yep.
That's what Kanye's produced.
Boy, there's gonna be a
got
lot of
Diddy,
them.
but
He got Beyonce joints.
Yeah, but look at what we just mentioned.
But I'm saying you only get
Just
30.
30.
You only get 30.
like a lot of
30.
it too,
We went from 20 to 30.
Well, even,
yeah.
so
Even
if you
with
go
them type
less,
of niggas, I gotta get 30 from Diddy.
yeah, I need
You
30.
Yeah.
You don't want more.
yeah. Yeah.
Drake could play Drake and Diddy could really do a versus for a day. Diddy could remember how we did that
features, all of their music.
thing? Man,
Kanye's like that.
Yeah.
like
I don't know.
Just because of the catalog kind of matches
Yo, Kanye has the blueprint, bro.
in terms of rap, in terms of R&B.
the Black Album.
There
It's
he
the
goes.
blueprint.
There goes the Kanye bias.
If he
I'm just
plays,
saying,
if he
it's
plays Encore,
classic.
I might tear up in that bitch. Come on, man, keep it 1,000, man.
What is
White
it?
adjacent.
White adjacent.
What does that mean?
So like, when they start showing, you know how it is.
What?
It's why
That's a big ego, bro.
it's why people be hating on Steph, but showing love to guys who do the same thing as him.
Because the color of his skin?
Because they see him as a white dude.
So that's
A lot
just
of
other
people.
people. I'm not
We need
self-identifying
books.
as white.
I'm gonna start reading more.
I'm not.
What was
White
it?
adjacent.
It was Drake's interview
Patrick Mahomes,
at his crib.
Russell Wilson.
They mentioned something about
Griffin.
how he's not invited to certain things, like this whole black power, like this whole BLM movement, like the brunch. They brought up the brunch,
Like the Black Excellence joints.
the black excellence joints.
That's because he had beef with Dre. That's why.
That could be one of them.
Who
but
was that?
Drake.
Oh,
Because of his, he's half white, but
he
like
ain't pick a side, cuz.
He's not American.
Pick a side, cuz.
I think that's a big part of it.
Imagine that.
He's not American.
Drake doesn't get
That's why
invited
he
to
feels
Black
justified.
Excellence because
It's
he's
like-
not black enough.
His fro wouldn't nap enough.
That's
His
crazy.
His fro wouldn't nap enough.
Yo, that's crazy.
one,
dog.
he's from
That's the
Canada
reason?
and he's half white, right?
Yep.
So it could be the combination of those two things.
Does he have dual citizenship?
He got to.
Yeah,
I would hope so at this point.
Yeah.
You never know. I mean, I want it.
Houston, Atlanta,
like,
Vegas?
If I don't vote here, you guys
song.
don't get a vote on my nationality. I'm not American. I'm fucking Canadian.
No, introduce the pod.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
shit. Yo, 159, episode 159, Growing Pains Podcast. We got our boy Josh in here.
Yes, sir.
I'm here, man.
What up?
Chilling
I'm
with us.
chilling,
up,
man.
Josh?
Yo, I'm happy to
Man.
be here, bro.
Been talking shit with us for a
Yeah,
couple
I know.
minutes.
It's been a while.
Yeah, we've been part of for like a half an hour off camera. You know what I'm saying?
You never know where Alex goes when he walks off. He don't even say nothing. He just,
The less you guys know, the better it is. That when you get indicted.
wow.
Plausible deniability.
All right,
I'm
so,
with it.
I like heard
so
you.
hi, Josh.
What's up, man? Glad to be here, bro.
Yeah, glad to have you, man. Glad to have you.
I'm missing the rest of the crew, man. What's going on here?
Yo, so Zeem, man,
Busy
he's
guy.
a dedicated football coach. You know what I'm saying? So he's
Who he
coaching.
coach?
He coaches his son's Pop Warner
Okay.
football team.
Okay.
And my man S. Dot.
Which one?
is-
Day?
Nah, the DJ.
DJ. Okay.
Yeah. Although Day Day's coming up, man.
Is he?
Yeah, man. And my
These
the
two
other half.
fuller names than that, right?
Yeah, of course. And then my man,
DJ.
and then my man Dot, he's a refereeing.
Oh, okay.
So
Staying committed to the stripes.
yeah, man, got to.
Guys,
Yeah.
So
so
y'all all sports. Y'all
Oh,
all
heavy
heavy
Yeah,
in the
Sports,
sports, bro.
Yep.
Heavy.
So I was hoping
That's how
that
we
we had.
bonded.
I was hoping that we had the whole crew here because I wanted to start this podcast off with a question that I asked a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
As I was out watching the football games at my boys' crib Sunday,
Gallivanting.
Go Bills. They brought up one of the questions that I didn't know that he listened first and foremost.
Yep.
So when he brought up the question that I had asked, I was like, oh, okay, so you're with me. So I'm just gonna ask you the question first, and then we can add context afterwards.
Okay.
You and your lady are out. in the club.
Okay.
You're in the club.
We're going back here.
Misdirection.
Because I know I'm not tripping. You're on the way out.
Yep.
Some random dude slaps your girl's ass.
Yep.
What do you do?
Picking up a chair and hitting her.
But he doesn't know he's your girl though.
See?
Don't matter.
See? You made me look like I was crazy because I
Don't
said
even
funny.
matter, bro.
No, I definitely did.
No.
I definitely did.
I just wanted to understand.
We ain't buying him a drink, but
I don't want to pay for that at all.
I just want to.
Stop the murder.
Yeah, I want to understand. I want to understand.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't even want. I want to understand after.
You want to understand after.
After in the car
It's an
or the
instant
next
reaction
day. Yeah,
to
bro.
somebody grabbing
Yo,
your
we
girl's
can't
ass.
start with a yoke.
And Bub know me a long time.
Yeah.
I'm not even like that.
Right.
But in that situation,
Yeah.
I'm like that.
Yeah.
Man, like he's disrespecting, like,
Right.
and
If he looks up to us, I get that.
What kind of conversation do you expect to you to have with
Why'd
this
you
dude?
grab her butt?
Like what? He already showed you he does not give a shit.
See, that's that's a part of the story that I think I'm missing right now.
Sir, why'd you grab her rear end?
I think it goes that way, but like,
Oh, yeah, I know it's plump.
she's on the other side of the room. He doesn't know that we're together, type shit.
Okay, that's
Why can't you grab him by the neck? Like I don't
I'm
understand why it
saying
has
the
to
yoke.
be.
We can do the yoke.
So Kyle was saying there's gonna be some violence.
There's gonna
Defense.
be a repercussion, but
Right.
why go straight to?
Shit.
Picking up a chair or a stool?
Why go straight to the? Why go
Yo,
straight
you
to
don't
like
even know
the
if that
full,
stool is nailed down.
Why
You
go
might
to
pull
the
your back
finishing
out like-
move? Like why
Because,
not like
bro,
tap-
'cause
like tap?
it ain't
You know what I'm saying?
no-
Hey, what's going on?
it ain't-
Jump a check.
Nah,
Tap-
nah,
Chest
nah.
tap.
Yeah,
Like, yo,
just
my
jab
man.
him. Just
Like,
hey, what's going on right
A
now?
temperature check is like if someone hugs your girl and like starts twirling her around or something like that. That's like, yo, what's up with
fam,
that?
you're not hugging my girl.
That's what I'm saying. Like, whoa. So wait, hold on, wait. Can I just wait, hold on, wait. So you more offended by that? You more offended by that? But what if you don't know it's your girl? You just said.
Why is she accepting the hug? Everybody gets hit with a chair.
I'm saying, I'm just saying, bro. Like,
So
and then
Kyle, the pickup, the hug,
And the
pickup,
twirl?
twirl around is a
Nah,
chair.
son, chill. It better be a brother or a father.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe
Man. Like,
your
who
uncle.
What is
are you?
that? Is it a chair?
No cousins.
For that?
It's not a chair, but it's a little higher than a temperature check.
yo, first of all, we in Providence, like, so the chances are people know each other. One,
Right.
Two, it's not some big club.
Right.
Like we're not in Greenhouse or like Whip
Yeah, we're in
in the
lounges
city.
now.
We're like, we're in a room that might only hold 150, 200 people.
Right.
So you, especially end of the night, you seen us.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, come on,
It's like
man.
that Josh was over here the
But
whole
that's what I'm
night.
saying.
She was over
Yeah.
What circumstances now, dude, is he's wasted. Everybody
I
knows
don't-
looking at him. You're like this,
Wait.
that, and the third.
Nah,
Dude,
man.
Are we're making excuses.
Maybe
Yo,
it's time to
what's
teach him a
crazy-
lesson.
but you want the cops to show up and restrain.
Maybe it's
Listen.
time to teach him a lesson.
Listen. So my
Share.
I'm turning.
I know people that
Turn
used to
teams.
use, like they used to pop e-pills, right? X back in the day when X was like the thing, and use that as an excuse. Chill. I'm X'd out right now.
No, like
No.
Wait a minute.
why do y'all make this
Wait
sound
a
like this
minute.
goes unexcused?
And
I'm
that
just
was
saying
excusable?
the chair.
Nah,
is the issue.
first of all, because
No,
like,
not somebody else's
Yeah.
guy, not somebody else's girls, but
Yeah.
like,
Oh, okay.
you sure you're
nah,
like, what's
bro,
wrong with you?
I'm picking up a chair, bro,
I'm just telling
expeditiously.
you,
Ti voice.
You're picking up a chair too?
It's a fight. It has to be a fight. There's no
It
conversation.
doesn't have to be a
And
fight.
Bub, you know I
It
had
has to
back
be a
surgery.
confrontation.
Yeah.
It doesn't
You
have
know I
to
had
be a
back
fight.
surgery, so
Y'all-
I ain't
wait,
finna be
are y'all
tussling with
walking
you.
out hands in hands, walking out of the club?
I don't know.
It don't matter.
Do you want to add that to it?
It's funny that we're back here.
What's happening?
This is like
What's
3
the
weeks
scene again? What's the scene
It was
again?
brought up to me again. That's why I brought it up.
What's the scene again? The scene is
I'm like, what if she turned around and liked it? Like,
the
mm.
scene is
No,
she's
that's
getting
not
a
how
drink.
Now we got a different story.
like, I didn't understand the scene.
Now we got a different story.
Is she at the bar getting a drink?
No,
Somebody
we're leaving together. Me and her are leaving together.
leaving together.
So he's been plotting all night.
Oh, no.
So this is a plot.
It's a confrontation for sure.
So it's a confrontation. So this
That's
is a
what I'm
plot.
saying.
Bro, I had back surgery like a few months ago. I ain't finna be squaring up and fist fighting.
Josh is grabbing the first
I'm
thing.
grabbing the
comes
first
to
thing
him.
I
You
see.
got it, so. No, I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Wop.
I didn't know it was like
If I see him another time,
you know we're walking out.
I
It's
see
the
you
end of the
another
club.
time. What you want to do?
It could be love.
Yeah, give me love.
No.
Nah.
Because you've been
Sexy
looking at us
force.
this entire time.
Yeah, you've been plotting.
You've been plotting.
That's what I'm saying.
And now that she's leaving, you figure it's your time to go.
Right.
I'm
With
not-
me-
So it's
with a
time to
dude
go.
right next to
I'm
you.
not saying there's no
With a dude right
Yeah,
next
so
to
it's
you.
time to go. Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
stop
I get
there?
it. I get it.
Just shoot him.
Nah.
I ain't gotta go on that.
Also, a chair against the head.
You just gotta. It's a grab for a grab.
It's less lethal than shooting him.
It's a grab for a grab.
I would say yeah.
It's a grab for a grab.
A chair in the head is less lethal. A shooting can be in your foot. A chair to the head is a chair to the head, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm getting trying to get the gun to shoot you in the foot.
You just taking it way. You just taking it way.
A chair to the head for an ass grab.
All I'm saying is that if you grab my girl's butt while we're walking
Josh
out,
said, do it.
I'm getting active. And I'm not even a violent
Josh
person.
and Reem
That's what I'm
try.
saying.
See what happens.
No, I'm all set.
I'm wild.
No,
I'll take that
Because
extra
one,
peek around.
it's not even just her though. But yo, it's not even just her. He's disrespecting. He's disrespecting you too.
Right. Well, that's
He's
what I'm
calling you
saying.
soft. Like, oh, man, I'm gonna slap this girl's ass.
Yeah,
He ain't gonna do
Get these
nothing.
hands.
Reem said he's gonna walk up to you, Josh. Say your girl. Okay, I'm not gonna touch you.
Shit happened. My bad. Got caught.
My man, is this your girl?
Has that ever happened to any of you?
Imagine that, my man. My man, this is your girl? Nah, cause it was because I was about to grab
I was
her
thinking
ass,
about
yo.
slapping her ass. Yeah, man. I was thinking about it. This is your girl?
Yeah, it's your girl.
Oh,
All right, cool.
water.
You with them niggas too? All right, cool. I see you with two. Oh, you with the
You with
team?
all of them.
Oh, you with the team?
You with the team out today.
All right, cool.
If I'm with the team, you getting stomped.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I just wanted to.
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring it back up.
It's not that there's no reaction.
What did this person say?
No,
he was
Just
gonna do?
react differently.
Oh, he said the same thing. He disrespectful. Because
So was he mad at us for our response?
yes, he was definitely mad at y'all. for-
I don't think I was looking at it that way.
I wasn't either.
I wasn't looking at it as-
How he's looking at
I
that?
didn't agree. I didn't disagree with anything.
You didn't. You're right.
Hey,
You agreed after the podcast was over, and that's why I got mad at you.
how are you
'cause-
gonna tell people I agree?
that's why I got.
Did we mention that we were going to hit him in the head with a chair?
Well, no, but
No,
All right, so I'm down
Josh,
for
I have a
confrontation. Just
public
not
grand
that
no,
level
but
of
you
whole-
said you
of
do.
nonviolence.
But so do I.
You do too.
Yeah. I'm corporate now.
You are.
Reem said he wanted to have a conversation and buy him a drink.
It ain't no
I would
conversation.
This is the reason why I think Reem
I
said
think I
that.
misunderstood. It was a walkout.
That's what I'm saying. I think it was like in the middle of the club, your girl's out, and some dude just grabs her ass. What are you gonna do? Walk up to him and fucking punch him in the face?
Yeah.
So it was like,
Josh said either.
I'm mad to get the punch in the face for that.
and
But
I'm not mad at that.
The
All I
chair.
was saying during the podcast is, can there be other options? Like, I'm not mad at that option, but are there?
But let me ask you this
there other
question, right?
options?
So you're out with a woman, you're out with your girlfriend or your date or whatever, and some dude grabs her ass. You don't see it. She comes and says, "Yo, some dude just grabbed my ass," and you don't do anything about it.
yeah, we gotta go talk about it.
She has an expectation.
She might be like, like I'm kind
how will I
of like
know her,
off
though?
this dude.
No. I'm immediately asking the question that's gonna tell her if I'm being active or not.
Yeah.
What happened?
Right. And how well do I know her?
Because right, if this is my girl, this is my girl,
My lady.
I know my lady, right? And if she says, "Nah, this dude just grabbed my ass,"
Autobots, roll out.
Right. Then now we gotta have that conversation, right? And the conversation doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be crazy. Like I can understand what you're trying to get to the moment I approach you and how your face looks. Right? You could be
Right.
smiling at me like this nigga.
Yeah.
Right?
has
Or
no
you could be
idea.
like, fuck, I fucked up. You could have some type of attitude that's gonna judge the way I approach you, and now it's gonna be like, oh,
Because
is
it's
it
different.
go or
Like
not?
if the dude sees me and
good
the
point.
girl you grabbed her ass walking up to him and he's like, "Fuck,
He didn't know that girl
my
had
bad, dog." That's different. But if he's on some what,
Right.
I think your girl would still be mad that you didn't.
address it.
Yeah.
You have to address it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
no.
addressing it.
Physically.
But it's not. If she mad that I didn't address it physically,
Many
Yeah.
then that bitch
of
can go.
niggas have got their
Because I'm
ass
42 years
whipped.
old, man.
Dressing shit,
Nah,
bro.
I do like if your girl gets into it with somebody and it's not and like she kind of caused it and you know your girl, you're like, but if she's like, yo, this dude just like me and my homegirl was walking by, this dude just slapped my ass and looked at me.
That's a problem.
That's
so
a problem.
I think that's the
That's a problem.
difference. You have to even if the dude is 6'7", 300.
well,
You
she
still
gotta take
you still
that
gotta you still gotta try to address this.
She gotta take that
She gotta take that one. She gotta eat that one.
Start asking her like, how's your back?
I got
ass okay?
I got at least 3 of these.
It was Ron Artest.
Yeah, but Ron Artest didn't want to fight Ben Wallace.
No.
There's a lot like everybody like water
This way
always
too
meets
aggressive.
his level.
Yeah. All right.
But you saw the chick at what was it, the Red
That's when the
Sox
chick comes
game?
in.
Oh yeah,
The
that got
baseball
knocked
game,
out.
yeah, with she stands up, smacks his black dude glasses off. He restrained from hitting her. Well, her man stood up. He was like, "Somebody get these hands."
All this shit.
All of them.
Destroyed this shit. Yo,
He fucked him up.
yo.
But sometimes you gotta. But like I don't know. I would rather get my ass whooped than cower. That's my point. Like,
What Jay said, I'd rather die enormous than live dormant.
no, it's not even like die, but it's like I'm not gonna watch my girl get into a physical confrontation with a man and not doing
Like
that.
that.
Oh, no, yeah.
So it shouldn't happen
We're
from
both
the
gonna
jump.
have to get our ass whooped.
That'll
I
never
would have been
happen.
told my lady like, "Yo, chill. You gotta chill." I don't know what happened in this baseball stadium because I wasn't there.
Yep.
But for me, my lady's not even arguing with
no
a
other
dude.
dude. I'm jumping up and
You know what I'm
leaving.
saying? Now it's the confrontation. It's like, all right, bro. And it could have been her fucking fault.
Yeah, it could have
That,
been.
in that place, I'm like, hey,
Or,
you know
or
what?
it could have been the guy's fault. I'm still not letting my lady, like, yo,
Yeah, you're not gonna argue.
chill out. Yo, my man, you're not talking to my lady like that.
Yeah,
Right.
you gotta try
That's
nipping
fine.
in the butt.
We could step outside or something.
I don't know, son. The way that
But we're not
motherfucker was
gonna-
sitting down, though,
When you
he
be
was
drunk-
like, she get like this, bro. This how she be. This how she be, man. She just argue with niggas. Like, it didn't look unfamiliar to him.
It's just facts.
She grew up around with all brothers.
He didn't get up until she slapped him.
He's like, oh god.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Oh,
when he
not
was
this
like,
again.
God damn it.
Every night I gotta fight
Yo,
for
he
my
got
woman's little.
he got put to sleep too. That's bad.
2 piece, too. Bang, bang. Yeah.
Again. Now you asking me to go run and confront every Tom, Dick, and Harry with the fucking chair. She might be weird.
Man,
She's going home after
if
that,
I
bro.
see my girl getting her ass slapped, or she tells me she got an ass slap, and like you
yeah,
know the
talk about
person that you're with, it ain't no, like bro, that'll be the longest, worst car ride home you ever had.
Might not
I
be a car
agree.
ride home.
Yeah, you might be walking. She drive your
Might not
car.
be a car ride.
But in the
Might go home with the
same,
nigga.
but in the
You
same
know what?
breath,
He seems like he's more aggressive than you.
right? In the same breath, if that same girl caused me through her whatever, because I've seen this shit happen live action.
Yep.
Where the female causes the situation because she hasn't been having a good day or she didn't have fun tonight or whatever the case may be. So now I'm gonna ruin your shit.
I'm gonna go get my man.
And now because your girl's mad at you, now you're getting into a confrontation with some other dude because she decided to be slippery
Nah,
or
that's
saucy
facts.
or some shit.
Nah, that's fact.
Fam,
I seen that. We
Nah.
all seen that at the club.
zero tolerance.
We
As
seen that
much as
before.
I have a zero tolerance for that other shit,
Yeah,
zero tolerance for that shit
I'm
too,
with you.
bro.
I'm with you 110%.
Nah,
But
we ain't doing
Just take
that.
some time to
What-
assess the situation before we know it.
we're just assuming like you got to know your partner. Like if you know you're with some wild chick and she does this all the time, then yeah,
100%.
you might want to assess the situation.
Yeah.
If you with your girl and she's like, and this never happened, and she's like really upset about
Distraught.
it, you gotta go act up.
You gotta handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta handle
Bartender,
it.
he'll have a martini.
I'm
We
glad,
need to talk.
I'm glad you brought this back up because I think we had it confused.
All right.
So we clarified.
I didn't know the level of disrespect.
But we
were
also
talking
wasn't
about.
wrong, Kaba.
We went wrong.
He tried to play us a little bit.
I didn't try to play.
Seeking outside counsel
No.
and shit. Like, you
I
trying
didn't seek outside counsel. It came
you
to
asked
me.
this question repeatedly.
No, I didn't.
Alex, I ain't no bitch, man.
I didn't call you a
I
bitch.
felt like that's what you was doing.
No, I didn't call you a
He
bitch.
ain't Kaba.
I felt
We're
like
not bitches.
y'all were calling
Reem
me.
called us broke, and Alex is calling us bitch.
Damn. He called y'all broke.
Broke bitches.
Yeah, he
Far
called.
too aggressive.
He finds a
Who
way.
called y'all broke?
He finds a way to see it in there.
You guys
All
just
the time.
immediately divert to primate behavior. No, you got a lot to lose
He
here
got money to
today.
protect.
Got a lot to lose
He got
here
assets
today,
to
man.
protect.
What you doing?
I hear you.
Man.
All right.
But Josh, what's been going on, man?
Yo, man, just you know, living life, man, and you know, trying to make the pod shape. Just started a new role at Brown University, man.
Congrats.
You know, thank
Shout out to you,
you
bro.
so much. I
So
appreciate
me and
it.
Josh was in
That's dope.
a nonprofit management program. And
Shout out to Tufts, man.
Right, Tufts University. Yep. We completed it together. But one, this is an appreciation and a celebration because ever since he's been in that program, my guy's just been elevating.
Yep. I like the way he did that with the words.
Like it was just like I was like,
that was a bar, bub.
Like,
We've been elevating though.
Yeah, like,
both of us.
It was like, my God. I was like, damn. Like not playing no games. No games.
I like it.
Yeah, man.
All around education too.
Yeah, facts. Like, what was that program? Like 2017, 2018?
Yeah. And it was a real deal, like legit.
Yeah.
Like program, almost like a college semester worth. Right?
A year. Like, yeah.
College year.
Like that, like it just shows, man. Like before that program, I was feeling a little stuck. You know what I'm saying? And one of my mentors, said, I think you should do this program. And I'm like, I don't want to do this extra work. I'm about to be there till 8 o'clock at night. And she's like, just do it. So I did it, and I ended up meeting the guy that runs the program, William Allen.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He
What is this program?
It's the
it's through Tufts
Institute for
University,
Nonprofit.
but it's nonprofit management.
Yeah, and he he took an interest in me, and me and him still have facts. Life's all about networking.
Yeah.
100%.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
that program is basically about.
Facts. And I met a lot of good people there. It was good to see Bub in a different light because I always knew him just from basketball.
Niggas with chairs.
Nah. I know, man. He's the Non-Violence Institute. I just know him basketball and refereeing and things like that, and just being out. So to see him in that light and see the respect that he gets. And then, from there on, man, I'm just like hungry, bro. Like, when you reach one milestone, you got 3 more you want to reach, and so on and so forth, man. And it's just a lot of hard work, man. Like that grad program at Brown that I did was while I was working full time, was just a lot of work. And when I was going through it, it was like hell. You know what I'm saying? Staying up all night, waking up to with like 1 hour sleep and having to work a full-time job, but I'm glad that I did it.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Talk
saying?
about like, because we've had a lot of different people on here in terms of like business, entrepreneurs and things like that, artists and stuff like that, and they talk about sacrifice and where they got. We had the African brother on here who's now executive director, right? Israel,
Director.
Yep.
right? Talk about that sacrifice because I'm pretty sure you had to let go of a lot of things to focus on just that.
Facts. Like, so I gave up coaching basketball, which I loved. I was coaching with Expressions Elite, and like every weekend we was somewhere, and it was a lot of work, and I had to let that go.
That's a top tier team too, right?
Yeah. Facts. And like, having to like tell your friends like, hey, like from this time to this time, I'm like just in this program. And I'll see y'all on the other side.
Non-existent.
Yeah, and I'll see y'all on the other side. And man, it was stressful. It was hard. It was challenging. I pushed myself to do things that I didn't think that I could do, or didn't know that I could do. And to be honest with you, like the job I have now, I couldn't even do the work without having the knowledge that I gained in the program at Brown.
I'm glad that it worked.
Yeah, yeah, man, I'm thankful, man. So, yeah, like, and like when I was advising kids when I was working at the Crusade, I always told them like, hey, like anything worth having is hard to get.
Right.
Like you want that house, it's hard to get. You want that car, it's hard to get. You want this education, this job, or whatever, it's hard to get. So just be ready to like put that sacrifice in and show up.
Right.
I think Reem always echoes that, right? Like, like those things that you want, shit don't just show up at your doorstep.
Unless you watch YouTube. If you watch YouTube, everyone young is rich.
Yeah.
It fucks me up. My kid, I'm looking at him. He's like, yo, Dad, so about this Lambo. What? Chris Webber just got a fucking Lambo. He want to bet with his mom. I'm like, yeah, all right, bro. Yeah. But I totally agree with you. My friend refers to them as the microwave division, the microwave era versus that slow roast.
Yeah, man, it's
hard work.
Nah, I'm with you. Like, and like when you get something so quick and so easy, you don't want to have really like an appreciation for it. You don't like yo.
If I felt that way about getting some pussy.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but you don't appreciate it though, because you want to the next thing,
Right.
because you want to the next piece of ass.
Good point. Good point, Josh.
You want the next piece of ass? I'm with you. Yo, I'm
never-
on to him. I'm on to
You never
him.
went to one night stand?
No.
Like the first time you fucked? Like,
No.
It happened to me.
Okay. I'm with you.
Yeah,
It was you. Nah, man. It's tough, man, because like I feel like us, even as like black men, man, it's tough because we get pushed to like get everything now. We want everything now, and like a lot of people that have these nice houses, nice cars, assets, money, savings, all these things, they're much older.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like your top earning years, you know, are like in your 40s and 50s.
Yeah,
and
right.
people don't like realize that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we get pushed these images and things like that, and we want it now. Like I want to bend when I'm 23. It don't always work like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's definitely
Or you can have
slow
it.
burn.
Right.
You could.
and be car poor
Yeah.
until you're 35 when you realize
Facts.
like, damn, I'll go buy a used car.
Facts.
But we had we got a program called Seed
Okay.
at the institute, and so we always see, especially the demographic that my organization works with. It's almost like we try to push on them complete high school or get
I
your
need to
GED.
push.
Some
Yeah.
of them it does.
Yeah, it does.
Like, and then
Did for me.
go to
Didn't work.
Then go to
Some push it to the GED. So he said high school or GED.
right? And then the next step, go to college, get a good education, and then get a job. But we don't never say be an entrepreneur,
Yep.
right? Do things
Get a trade.
or get a
Yep, get a
trade's
trade.
getting pushed now, but it's never start your own business.
Yep.
Right.
And then, but also obviously you got to show them places where they can go and they can learn that to start their own business. And I think it was in Philly where you had 5 young brothers put away for like 5 years $50 a week a piece, and they bought a mini mall.
Wow.
Like that doesn't get pushed to our young people.
Yep.
Like even guys that I know that was in the streets hustling, they're in their 40s now. They figured it out right after some losses, some major losses, and now they're doing real estate and things like that. But they're in their 40s, right? And so they went through all of that to figure out at the other end. To your point, right? Guys, people are in their 40s, and when they start to make the most money they've made in their life.
That's facts. I think that there's no easy button.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And like, I think
Unless
about
you're privileged, right?
Yeah, unless
Obviously.
you have a lot of privilege.
Yeah.
And like even then, like I watched the show Succession, right? And it's funny because you have this dude who built this great company and all his kids are screw ups. You know what I'm saying? And he's 80 years old on like his deathbed, and he still won't give them a piece of the company.
I love Succession.
Great show. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think about some of the opportunities that I have, and I'm sure you guys could think about some things that, you know what I'm saying, you have going on too. I wouldn't appreciate it at 24.
No.
Or 26.
Absolutely not.
I wouldn't have been ready. You know what I'm saying? So like everything in due time, and like we see a lot of people who do have success early on talk about all the mistakes they made.
Right.
All the like you said, all the losses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's so interesting to like have like a podcast like I Am Athlete. And Fred Taylor lost $11 million. Like this is before he signed his second contract. So he lost everything. He lost $11 million to his like to his financial advisor, and he was like, I was contemplating like just giving up and retiring because the dude took everything from me. And now like the way he's able to speak about all the financial knowledge that he has is gained through that loss.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
I just don't think
it's
I
tough.
need to experience that loss or take that time you're talking about. If at the jump, instead of, it wasn't about opening the business for those kids you talked about. It was about saving the $50. It was the financial literacy and know-how to at least be working towards one thing. And then once you've amassed enough of it, then you can figure out what you'll actually do with it. But when they started with $50, I don't think they were saying strip mall.
Probably not.
Yeah.
You know, they probably starting to label or some shit like that. And then the more that they dug into it, I don't discourage early success. I just encourage early financial literacy to all of the kids. And then as soon as we can earn it, you know what I mean? To your point, some people are coming out 40 right now just figuring it out. And a lot of it is just sitting the fuck down and putting money away.
you got to pay yourself first. So before I worked in education, I did work in finance.
Yeah,
so like I love to like play the stock market. I have a brokerage account. I have a life insurance account, not the term life insurance, but the life insurance that you can invest. So like like I get all that point, but a lot of it is like, do you have the capital to invest in the first place, or like
In those things, you don't need capital.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, but to get started, you need something.
I'm just trying to figure out what goals we're trying to achieve.
So when you talk about investing in early success, I agree with you. Like, there's no age on success. Like, my cousin Marty owns a successful fishing company in Florida. He's 21. He's richer than everybody.
But he's still going to need to have the tools that you're talking about, though.
But the thing is, though, he comes from a well-to-do family. Yep. So he had seed money from his dad. He had great financial advice from his dad. Yep. And he made a couple mistakes early on in the business at a young age, and he was able to take those losses because he came from that privilege. You know what I'm saying? So what Bub is talking about is great. Like, those 5 kids investing the $50 and, you know what I'm saying, and buying a strip mall. That's like paradise. That's that's like
but you're gonna have it.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a gap too? Like, why does it seem like there's a gap of knowledge sharing, right? Because you get to a certain point where you forget that you were once 15, 20, 25, 30. Like, you forget that, and you're almost like shunning them for being who they are. Like this,
we were.
And what your priorities were at that point in time. Like, you can have all the education in the world, but if that's not your, like you guys mentioned goals, right? Like, if that's not your priority, if your priority is getting money or getting girls or partying, and you have the privilege of having somebody that's smart enough to teach you, a mentor, a parent, an aunt, an uncle, what have you, right? A guardian or whatever. But you just are in the moment. You're just 25, man.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You said the initial goal might have been a record label, but they was like, you know what?
But what I'm saying is that
he made a good point. So Reem said he was a capitalist, right? Mm-hmm. So in capitalism, there's winners and there's losers. Unfortunately, 100%. Right. You know, like unfortunately, there's like situations where it's like, you're gonna have people who can make mistakes and they're able to bounce back. But you're gonna have people who are driven from an early age and know exactly what they're supposed to do, and they succeed. And a lot of it's just having a foundation, a good home. You know what I'm saying? Someone to teach you, someone that, like you said, won't shun you, but will
somebody to show you the fucking bills.
Exactly.
Someone open these books up for you.
Exactly.
That might be the starting point. Even if you're in poverty. Look at this shit.
Add this in. That's what it runs.
Yeah. Like, my father, I thank him so much. I talk to him about this all the time. Like, he wasn't like overly mean or hard on me, but he was very strict in saying like, when you get your first job, when I was working for Mike Stevens at the rec, he said, he was like, give me that first paycheck.
I need that.
Yeah. Give me that first paycheck.
You already had that planned out too, that whole paycheck, huh?
Yeah.
Planned out.
Man,
I was like, I'm about to expression.
Thinking about that move since you was like 6.
Facts.
When I got my first job,
getting that first paycheck.
Facts. And so like every single job that I've had since I graduated college, the first thing I do is have a deduction set up for my savings. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And that's at the age of 22. Mm-hmm. So like, just because I was shown that and wasn't shunned, he wasn't talking at me, he said, Joshua, this is what you need to do. And he was constantly reinforcing, but wasn't like browbeating me. Right. And so sometimes like, Bub works with kids, I work with kids, and sometimes you have to like let them figure things out for themselves. Unfortunately, because I can tell you all day, every day, save money, be disciplined, don't spend money on this, don't spend money on that. You lose more money chasing women will come to you if you have money.
Right.
But like youth is wasted on the young. So they don't know. I can tell you something all day.
100%.
But
I think it starts at how early you start telling them that and what your connection is to them.
That's facts.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? If I popped on the scene when you was 14 years old and it's like, I'm like big homie, I don't expect you to really heed it until it's too late. And I'm like, told you.
Yeah, it's true.
But
his father's popping up the scene at 15 years old right now.
100%.
Some are. Yeah.
15.
100%. Showing up
Older.
30, 35. Like, I found you, Dad.
I need a kidney.
You found him. You found him, dog. I was here chilling.
Even when
I
he
was here
gets-
chilling, dog.
Even when he finds his father, and his father's like, "Hey, man, did you save? Did you put something away?
I'm gonna need a couple dollars.
I need you know now and never."
That's why I had you.
I need that.
This is part of my plan.
I need that. I
You
need
was
that
my
kidney.
savings account.
I need that kidney.
I agree in a lot of everything that you're saying, bro. It's just, for me, why is there that gap or that willingness to not share sound financial fundamentals?
I feel like there's a gap, and I feel like you can see it in the rich, you can see it in the poor, you can see it in the people in between. There's, for whatever reason, our society doesn't cater to teaching our kids past the age of like 16 or 18 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, they're an adult now, go out there and...
Unless you go to university and you have the ability to do so.
Right, we talked about
Life will show you.
how they tell you education in school prepares you for the real world. And me and Kyle was talking about, so what have I been doing? Was I not in the real world while I was in school? The simulation this whole time?
But that's another privilege point, man.
Right, it is.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're one of them people that, like, your parents pay for your whole college, yeah, you're probably not in the real world. Really.
In terms of
like responsibilities and learning about things.
The world of the majority.
Yeah,
You're
if you like having to take out loans and, you know, script and, you know, save to buy books, that's different. You're in the
And them
you're
shits are
more
expensive.
They are.
And
They
the
still
return is
expensive,
also
man.
yo, and in the return,
still
the
expensive.
buyback,
Jesus.
the
Buyback's weak.
Yo, I really like when I was at
$25.
work. No, not what? Something like
7.
5, 7.
Damn,
I
buyback
paid.
to-
I
for
paid
sell back to digital
I
books.
paid $85 for this
You
book.
need the disc. Now they
You know what
that's
I
how they
used to
game
do?
you now.
Walk out of student union, throw my shit on the ground, rip it, and just man. You gonna give me
You wild like
$5?
that, Bob?
Oh, yeah.
Hey
I
man,
would
five
keep it and sell it
bucks is
next year.
$5.
See,
Programming book.
I
Go
was
get
tripping.
that.
$5 is $5.
I
I mean,
was
I
not
really
on
do it.
top.
A lot of times they bought them back at the school you were already at. I want a book. Got you $5.
True.
Yeah, you brought up a good point about like about a gap. Like, yo, like, you know, I forgot who said this, but it said it's no one's business to teach you business.
No.
Because if I'm in a capitalist society, like I wanna make sure that I'm
winning.
I'm winning.
I completely disagree with that. And this is the reason why I disagree with that. Because we're all in a community. The United States is supposed to be a community, a United States.
A union.
And if we're a union, then we should want everybody to be winners.
But not everybody gonna want to be a winner.
That's fine if they don't want to be a winner, but we should develop a democracy where everybody has the capability of being a winner. Because we want people to be winners. We don't want to be dealing with a bunch of losers. Losers create crime.
This is true.
They create
Not losers. I mean, some
Yeah,
people are
this-
desperate. Just
No, from I'm
talking-
just
I
talking
get what
from
you're
a winners
saying.
and losers
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
The reason why I'm gonna
Down
rob
at the
you is because
moment.
you're winning.
Yeah.
You're winning. Give me that. You're winning.
Give me that chain.
See you shining, baby.
So if
Nah,
we
yeah, I
can limit
agree
the
with
amount
you.
of the people, we can limit the amount of people that are losing, that are not winning, that desire to win but cannot win because they may have certain barriers in place
Right.
that do not allow them to. If we can limit those barriers, we can tear down those barriers. Now we're in a union of winners. We're living in a union of winners, innovators, and people
optimistic.
doing.
That's very like that's like the ideal model
utopia.
that you want to have your entire populace educated, smart, able, you know. But unfortunately, we don't live in a place like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, look
Why
at
do you think that is?
because people, you know,
I think some people
because
choose to be stupid.
I think it's just human nature, bro. Like Jeff Bezos don't need $200 billion. But once you're in a competition with Elon Musk and some of these other people, now it's like, how can I
I can
amass
get
the
that.
most growth?
Yeah.
I want to go into space, bro. Like if you kind of like take a step away and look at it, they're spending billions to go to space privately, and there's people starving. So like
They're also
there's a
creating
disconnect.
an industry for the future, though.
Well, yes and no. Like not all business is good business, and sometimes the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Right.
But the planet is
All
dying,
money ain't
right?
good money.
Maybe.
No, so now you don't believe in climate change?
No, well, no. I believe in climate change, but I'm saying instead of spending the resources to try to stem the effects of climate change, you're just trying to run to like outer space.
But again, it's going to create economies and industries for that. If they can get a massive hub out there, who has to work it? People are gonna go.
Nah, I get that point, bro, but you're gonna leave so many people behind to rob.
You just graduated. You're 21 years old. You just graduated. Elon's giving you $600,000 a year to go live in space for 2 years. 1.2. You're not going?
Nah, but the point he was making is that that's
I
for the
don't fuck with
few.
space.
Nah, but I'm saying, but the
are.
point he was making is that's for the few instead of building something that's more sustainable.
Huh?
Instead of building something that's more sustainable.
I still think we can get to outer space while being a
Yeah,
group
well,
of people that love winning
Right.
and endorse winning.
I don't see the financial aspect in your ask.
There's a ton of financial gain.
No. I mean, like it requiring that. Like, it doesn't require money for me to want to share things with other people, the community, that will benefit the community as a whole.
But it does cost money when people say, I'm not, game costs money. I'm not going to share my game because that costs money. That costs money.
Right.
When people say that, because now you're creating people that are looking at you like, all right, well, if you have the game, then like, I'm going to need that.
Right.
I just wouldn't charge
I'ma
the
take it
community.
somehow.
I charge the financial industry. I don't charge the community. I'm not charging the community for the game, for the however many.
I'm not saying that anybody has to be charged. I'm just saying that I'm just saying that there's a gap in why is it that's an optimistic point of view?
No, I just don't believe that.
You know what I'm
Our
saying?
brains will come together.
Like our society's to the point where like people aren't gonna seek that out. Unfortunately, like there's a lot of programs out. There's a program out there for almost every single need and want and desire to kind of elevate.
Yeah.
But life, human nature, and like the predicament that a lot of the underrepresented and poor people are in, they're not gonna seek those things out.
Trauma.
Yeah.
Hold you back.
Yeah, like, oh, I can't, like how many kids are intimidated saying, like, oh, I don't want to go to this class or learn about this or try to do an AP class or try to do an honors class or do a regular college prep class because they think that they're less than. They don't think that they know. But
that's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Because, but think about what you just said.
You're trying to cut that off? Is what you're saying?
What I'm saying is that there's a barrier there.
Yeah.
There's already a barrier that's being built by society in order for that kid to feel that way, right? Because the kid only feels that way because there's some realism to that.
Yep.
Right? What I'm saying is that realism is because there's a promotion of the opposite.
Yeah.
Not allowing this kid to pursue his full potential or her full potential.
Yeah.
If we eliminate that and we create an ideology that's more about winning, whatever the hell that means, whether that means more finances or whether that means more education or whatever that means, but we're a winning society, right? We're more winners than we are disenfranchised, and those that are disenfranchised, because we're winners, we're thinking about ways to ensure that that's being limited year by year.
Because I might not want to be rich.
Eon's ahead of your time, Kaba.
I might not want to be rich, but I want to go to Brown.
Yeah. But
I'm gonna tell you when this is gonna happen, bro.
Bob is sorry, I mean to cut you off.
When the human species evolves into green Munichs with giant heads and eyes, as we keep just brown in the country and become, when we evolve into that and everybody looks the same, has the same common goal.
Yeah.
You watching Rick and Morty?
No. That came from a TV show I watched, The Expansion. And they were talking about they had a colony out on Mars. But everybody that went to Mars went there with one specific goal: build Mars. So if you were the gardener, you were the gardener. If you were the scientist, you were the scientist. And they all went there and had that same intention. But again, until you put the whole human race into that kind of amount of pressure of like, if we all don't come together or we all don't mutate into fucking aliens that look alike, there's no way we're going to get that kind of utopia.
Yeah. And what Bub is talking about too with entrepreneurship goes for education. Like a lot of kids, they make one mistake, they make one wrong turn, they mess up 1 year in school because something happened at home or just because, they're having a bad semester. they can't afford to make that mistake. No. What I'm saying is like you have your kids who are just so smart. You know, at a young age, they get pushed through. They're the ones that are catered to. But then there's a whole swap. Trust me, I've been inside the schools recently. That kids that just get left behind because, something happened at home. I don't come to school for 2 weeks. I don't get caught up, and that little thing right there can send them spiraling. Like when you don't have a safety net at home, you don't have. You know what I'm saying? You can go spiraling off the smallest thing.
But that's not one mistake that a kid made. That's like their environment right now is dictating their potential.
Some adults failed them.
Yeah, adults failed them. I'm saying that as a dude, I fucked up like a lot. Yeah. And with each one of them, it was more like pick yourself back up, bro, and keep moving forward. So I don't buy into that like one mistake and do no. It doesn't even have to.
Maybe
be
you're
fault.
exceptional though. A lot of people.
I know that. I think a lot of humans are
but
exceptional.
But a lot of people are not exceptional. Like
So why should the exceptional carry them?
I just think that I'm not saying they shouldn't. What I'm saying is what he's talking about where we're building this utopia where everyone is
destroys it. My bad.
You know what I'm saying? But like so. Yo, you're a funny dude, man.
I think the exceptional do carry people because that's why programs are made it.
Yeah.
Right? For those underprivileged or those that make the mistakes, that's why you got nonprofits.
Yep.
Right?
Government programs.
Somebody was like,
taxes.
you know what? There's gang violence. We need nonprofits to take care of gang violence. There are people who can't take care of their kids, so let's create a nonprofit that helps people take care of their kids. Like family services and things like that.
Facts.
Utopia is nowhere around the corner, bro.
It just goes. it just goes against human nature.
For right now,
the strong are always going to take from the weak.
For right now, until we big heads.
Fuck that.
And we're probably in the best era. We're probably in like the easiest era for where the strong will take less from the weak because being physically dominant doesn't matter as much now.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh no, not unless it's on paper in credit.
Can I say that? Can I say that that's a pessimistic point of view?
I don't think it's pessimist. I just think that it's just you can only go off what you've seen. And in every single environment, whether you're talking about in poor areas, middle class areas, rich areas, the strong are always going to take from the weaker.
But it doesn't matter if you're physical anymore.
Not as much, no.
And sometimes it's not always intentional.
Yeah. Like, we live in a capitalist society, and that's what keeps the things turning.
So if that's the case, then that means that the guys that make it to outer space and they stay there for 6 months and start to mutate, because you're going to have to start to become accustomed to your environment, right? Yep. So now you're going to start to mutate. You're probably going to start to grow shit or whatever, right? You're going to start looking down at these fucking earthlings.
100%. Look at you with all that oxygen.
Fucking lazy. Fucking lazy. That's shit all the time.
It's not X-Men see us?
With a 7 mile every day, breathing marathon today.
Walking around not worried about breathing.
Isn't that how the X-Men see us?
The X-Men?
Yeah, that's what X-Men see us.
Yeah.
You got either blame us because we're too tall or too short, right? Because of how the gravity works in this fucking so it's like tall
motherfuckers gonna keep going out there, bro.
Yeah, so fuck it, we gotta get out of here. And then Earth is gonna become like the hood.
Oh shit!
Isn't there a Mark Wahlberg movie about that?
Yeah.
I'm almost positive that there's a Mark Wahlberg movie about this, where all the rich people live in outer space or right above the Earth.
It's in there like that, but it's not Mark Wahlberg. It's Damon.
Matt Damon.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So all the rich people live right above Earth.
Yeah,
100%.
All the poor people
Can't breathe
live
that
on
bullshit
Earth.
down there.
Oh, so they still live
100%.
on our hemisphere or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's fucking crazy.
No, they're out of space.
And they shit on Earthlings?
Yeah, they're like, don't even come up here.
Yeah, fuck
unless you're going unless you're a day laborer.
Clearance, bro.
No, they said there's really levels. Like there's levels.
Yeah, there's real levels.
I'm telling y'all, that's what's coming. That is what's coming.
Could be.
So talk to us about this podcast that you do. We started by mentioning what your co-hosts do. Yeah. You guys get together every Monday, I believe it is.
Yeah. So right now we usually record on Mondays. We might switch our days because we can't be missing Monday Night Football.
Tell us how it started.
So it started because there was a group chat. It's me, my boy Reem, Sean, and Bobby Perry too.
Shout out to BP.
Yeah, facts. And we started off doing it during the pandemic a year ago. Just because we felt like, yo, let's just do something. Like, we have this group chats booming all day, every day. We're roasting. We're talking about serious topics. We're talking about life. We're talking about politics. We're talking about sports, everything. So let's just, you know what I'm saying, just see what shakes. We were doing it through Zoom. And it was cool, but it really wasn't what we wanted it to be.
We hated Zoom.
When y'all was doing it, right?
Yeah, because we started, y'all started in Zoom. We started in person. And we hated it. Yeah, we was one of the worst guy lives.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my guy Reem, man. But yo, his Wi-Fi was just too many devices on the Wi-Fi. So too many devices on the Wi-Fi.
Hey Reem, I think we lost you.
So, you know, we decided to, you know, we stopped for a bit, and so we felt like it was safe enough to do in person. And then we've been doing the podcast in person for about 3 months now. We started off just us three mainly, me, Zeem, and Sean. And then we started slowly bringing on guests. I'm going to bring on some guests, and we're going to do some episodes where it's just us talking. We try to cover like the relevant topics. So like our last episode, we talked about Drake, Kanye, and that whole little battle that was going on, and we talked about CLB and Don Dunn, things like that. But we also talk about serious issues. We talk about, you know, police brutality, political things, you know, things that go on in the schools, things that goes on in the city, because a lot of us work in education in our circle. So it's very important for us to like stay true to that. But we've had some great guests on. You know, Ricky and Rakim came on. That was a great episode. Shout out Serious Gomes. He came on. Great episode. Party with Rami came on, and we have a bunch more guests lined up. And we're serious about this. We're trying to stay consistent. We want to create really good content. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully we'll get the episode. What's this, 159?
159.
Like
Shout
y'all,
out to y'all. Shout out to y'all.
Facts. I appreciate the love, man, and having me on. But yeah, like, you know, that's kind of where we are now. We're not trying to limit ourselves to just sports, or we. I
don't know why you fucking guys are good at it.
I mean, I think that like.
Is Bagum coming back?
I might bring it back, but the reason why I stopped doing the bag report is because Bagum.
Oh.
The reason why I stopped doing the bag report is because, you know, when the level of seriousness of your job goes up, you have to kind of, you know, let some things go.
Right. What was the Bagum report?
The Bagum report, I would just like, you know, if there was like a major football game or major basketball game or major baseball game, or even just something so like captivating in the entertainment world, I would just roast like 6 or 7 straight snaps or IG clips of just roasting and joking around, you know, and a lot of people liked it, and it was cool. And maybe I'll bring it back, but yeah, man.
What has been bag worthy so far in the football season?
Oh, I think you should bring it back.
The
Even
bag
if it's
report.
just like every once in a while.
Man, right now the Jets are bag worthy.
He tweeted,
Don't forget the Giants.
He said the Jets.
Don't forget the Giants.
He said the Jets are a horrible organization.
The Jets, you know, we put the Jets in the bag. We gotta put the Giants in the bag. The whole city of New York really been kind of hurting.
Buffalo's in there. Relax.
You're not the city of New York.
Ben Simmons.
City.
Nah, yo, I'm a Ben Simmons fan.
He's in the bag, man.
I think that if he gets with the right team, people gonna look back and be like, damn.
Is the
like,
Warriors
Philly
a cop
blew it.
out for him?
I don't think that he fits on the Warriors.
No, I'm just saying, like, because people are like, it's a perfect fit, and I think they say it's a perfect fit because he won't have to shoot.
Nah,
I think he's going to OK City or some shit like that.
Yo, like Ben Simmons, like the thing about basketball, and yes, Ben Simmons, like his flaw of not being able to shoot or not being able to or not
just taking the shot.
Yeah, not willing to shoot.
Yeah.
But like the way that he affects the game, like, Bob, like you coach and stuff like that.
Right? No, yeah.
Like yo,
you're not taking him out the game.
Yeah, like he straps up.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And to have someone 6'11", because he's 6'11", 250, able to guard positions 1 through 5.
Yeah.
Like he was guarding Trae Young.
Right.
But he wants max money, man. And it's called basketball.
You
can't put the ball in the basket.
If you think about it, right, like the whole conversation around the max, there's 3 max slots on each team. There's 30 teams. You can't tell me he's not one of the best 85 to 90 players in the league. I mean, he was second team All NBA, first team All
3 maxes
defense.
per team.
There's 30 teams, so that's 90.
That's 90 slots.
He's not top 90 players in the league.
He's top 90.
Ben
But again,
Simmons.
it depends on the team that's available to even go to.
On any team, he's
On
He
any
wouldn't be
team.
a top 3 in Golden State.
Yeah, he
he
would.
would.
Yeah, he
No, he
would.
wouldn't.
Yeah, he would.
No way.
Clay.
Clay, Steph.
Clay, Steph, Draymond.
I think he's better than Draymond.
I'm taking Draymond.
Nah, he's better than Draymond.
Because Draymond, he'll take the shot.
We're not gonna disrespect Ben Simmons like that.
Bro, like, listen, I'm a fan of Draymond. I think
What Draymond do without Steph and Clay?
yeah, bro, like,
Nothing.
What's Ben gonna do without?
What would Ben Simmons do without Steph or Clay?
He would average more
Embiid.
points.
Or Embiid.
yeah,
No, he
but
wouldn't, 'cause
if
he
you
doesn't
look at
shoot.
if
You
you look
he
at
averages without shooting?
yeah, bro, yo,
Fouls.
if you actually looked at the games that he's played without Embiid, he plays better.
Okay,
Because-
you guys are high on Ben.
because him
don't
and
have to shoot,
him
you
and
get to the
Embiid
basket.
are not a natural fit. Like Embiid's a bigger man that's gonna be in that dunker spot on the post where Ben wants to just slash and attack. Like you have to trade one of them.
Right.
I guess.
And you
But-
trade Ben
so
for the Sixers.
maybe.
And the Sixers.
Maybe. If I can get a great
if you
deal
had
for
to
Joel
take-
Embiid, I'm
would you
taking
take
it.
Westbrook or Ben Simmons?
I take Westbrook.
Westbrook.
Okay, right. That I can see happening.
Yep.
He is now on the Lakers, so he had to go to a championship team that's already stacked.
Who?
The Lakers.
No, I'm saying, but who's going? Ben or
No,
Russ?
Russ is there.
Right.
Yeah. But every
Right.
championship team is stacked.
Ben, he can't get on any of the championship type teams. And
Why not?
The teams who's going to pay for him?
So let's say
Maybe
that.
Portland?
Let's say if Portland gets him, and they trade him for CJ,
Cullum's gone.
that's a huge upgrade for what they need. Yo, a lot of it's all fit. Like,
Right.
We'll see that.
like,
I don't mind Portland.
yeah,
I like Portland.
Like I mean, I think
If you're
that
straight up.
if he went to Minnesota, say if Minnesota could get him for D'Angelo Russell, and now he brings the defense and intensity and toughness that
what
they
scoring,
need,
though?
huh?
That team still needs scoring now.
No, because they got Anthony
Towns,
Edwards
yeah.
and they got Carl.
Towns.
Yeah, they got Carl Anthony Towns. Like yo, like the thing about it is, man, it's like every championship team is stacked. Every team that wins the championship every year, except for like a few anomalies, are stacked. Like you can't name a team that's won a championship lately that's not stacked.
I mean, a lot of them had LeBron on it.
That's what I'm saying. But you have,
long
but
time.
then people say, yo, Bron had Kyrie and Love, or he had Bosh
Yeah,
and
so
Wade,
this, that.
or Steph had Draymond, Clay, Iggy,
Nah,
Livingston.
only the KD years. The first time was
That-
them. They
nah,
was homegrown.
Do we call the
Yeah,
Spurs?
but they were still stacked. They were still a good team.
Are the Spurs stacked?
No,
So
They
when,
used
so
to
when
be.
they were winning,
they used to be stacked.
What you talking about when they won it?
yeah, when they were
Oh,
winning.
yeah.
They were loaded. They had the big three plus Kawhi.
And who's the big three?
They had Parker, Ginobili, Duncan, and Kawhi.
All right, I believe Robinson was there at one point, but that's before Kawhi. And you're
Yeah, I'm
still
saying, but
winning then.
like so then you win 3 championships in between that where you have
There's 5 Hall of
where
Famers
you
on that
have
run.
you have so many guys, man. They had Boris Diaw coming off the bench cooking
Has that always been the case?
in the NBA.
Yeah.
Like
They had
it
LaMarcus Aldridge.
used to be worse.
Like in
The 80s.
in baseball, it's usually been like money. Like
David doesn't watch any sports.
Yeah,
None.
Yeah, but
I know where you're going.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like
Baseball's
how-
money.
NBA
Baseball's
is money too.
Yeah.
NBA is money because a lot of the teams that win championships, you can go over the salary cap to sign your guys back. So like when the Lakers won the chip with Kobe and Gasol and all them dudes, they had the highest salary cap. They had the highest salary. When Boston won their chip in 2008, the owner said it was great, but we broke even because we paid so much money for that roster.
That luxury tax shit.
And the same thing with Miami. Once they got all them guys in, that second year they were able to go over the cap, and they were spending money. And
did it
the
4
Warriors, no, and the Warriors and the Cavs. Like yo, when there was the Warriors and the Cavs, they were the 2 most expensive teams in the league. You know what I'm saying? Because you have your max guys, then you have your mid-level guys, then you're signing a bunch of other dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just you have to spend. Football is the only sport where you have a hard cap.
Yeah.
And no minimum amount.
And
And
no
in
minimum.
basketball, you have to pay a minimum out every year. You can't sign everybody for $1, even if they're willing to sign.
And every contract's guaranteed.
Yeah,
And
yeah. So the NFL has a I think their minimum's like 700,000 this year.
And went up.
I think that the NBA minimum is like 1.2, 1.5, depending on like your years of service.
Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? So, like when you so like let's say you have a team like the Lakers who are way over the luxury tax. Every time they add someone, even if it's for the minimum, they're paying 1.5 to the person, but they might be paying 3 or 4 times that in luxury tax.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's just something. I think in football it goes like over another 20%. I don't know what it does in basketball.
Yeah.
Can I take it back to your podcast because you said something interesting that I found interesting, anyways.
Bills are trash.
No,
Chill.
you were talking about how with your high level job you can't say as much. Do you find that as a hindrance for you?
Nah, like I think that at this big old age I'm 36. You know, if we're just chilling, you know what I'm saying, watching a game or at a bar or whatever, like, yeah, I'm going to be swearing and shit like that. But I'm just not going to say anything to jeopardize my income. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm articulate enough to be able to express myself without having to curse. Every now and again, I'll, like, say something because I'll be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I just think that, you know, I wouldn't want someone from my job to see a clip out of context. And be like, I
came to the wrong place.
What?
Wrong.
To see a clip out of
context. How do you think we got the 159? Let that shit go. Like,
I feel you.
They saw it.
Yo, that's crazy because that was Reem in the beginning. Like, damn, my mama's gonna watch this.
My mom's gonna watch this shit now.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel that, you know, if you want to do that, that's cool.
But like you said, you're articulate enough to get your point across.
Wasn't that bad? It was just like it was just so like it was just so goofy. The reason why I stopped doing it is because I was
head to the
it's because like, you know, especially as a man of color, even if you're working in the community with people, you're still always on stage, bro.
Absolutely.
Like, so I'm supervising 13 people directly, and then I have a bunch of other part-time people I'm supervising. Some of them follow me on social media, some of them don't. And like, I don't want to put something up there that's gonna be like, look at this clown. I'm not gonna listen to him. Or if my supervisor or if my boss or the CEO sees it, or if schools that I'm working with, the principal, or assistant principal, or guidance counselor see it.
Hey, certain level of professionalism.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
You gotta start a ghost account for your real life.
I'm like Kevin Durant.
Yeah, like Kevin Durant.
But to bring it back to the podcast, it works so well because of like the friendship and the chemistry. I'm saying I'm here observing you guys and see the friendship, the chemistry, able to bounce off each other so easily. And like Sean and Zeem, like those are my brothers, and they're so talented. Like Zeem really is a wild card.
Oh no, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I know Zeem. Yeah.
and like, you know, and like sometimes I'll watch the show back and I'll be dying laughing watching him.
Because like you'll see Zeem. If you follow on social media, he's in school. Kids love him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Kids love him. Family Guy. His kids love him. His lady loves him. Then he's at the Fab Show.
Yep. Hosting.
Was he? Was there?
Yeah, he was there on stage.
Well, he was on stage with Cooch?
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
and then, like, you know what I'm saying?
They were wilding, bro.
Facts.
Right. It's just like,
Facts. That's why when we saw a clip. But that's Zeem and that's his element,
right.
And that's his talent. And then Sean's a smart dude and he's thoughtful. And so he comes to the podcast, the way that he approaches it is that he's like, yo, like, I have things to say that I feel are important because I've thought about these things. Mm. I'm not just going to come on there and say whatever and then we leave. He, like, really thinks about these things. And he'll send us topics throughout the week. What do you guys think about this? How you guys feel about that? And we'll be like, yo, let's talk about it on the show. And like, I like letting him really go and talk. Not let him, but I like when he does it because I know he thought about it. Mm. He thought it through, and he thought it through some more, and this is how he really feels. Mm. And he has such a good perspective.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So and I really enjoy doing the podcast and look forward to when we record and putting it up and chopping the clips up. Like, that's like, because they're so talented that it's fun to work with them. Mm. For me.
You got the right model.
Facts. And like when we do interviews, I barely say boo. because they have such good questions, and we talked about things before, and then they start flowing. So I kind of just sit back and let them do their thing.
I gotta say it because it's on it. Like it's going crazy on Twitter.
Yeah, man. And like a lot of people don't realize that Reem is not only just like a natural talent, but he's a comm major. And this is what he did. And he had a radio show in college that was really popular. So he's like so this is like his thing, and like watching him do it is just so dope and super impressive.
Shout out to y'all, man. I can't wait to
Appreciate that,
have
man.
the
You haven't said the name of the podcast yet.
Oh,
Collab.
the podcast. No, like before I say the name, I definitely want to collab, man. You know, and we got to figure out a big studio, like
microphones.
Yeah, the way that I'm envisioning it is like how Joe Budden had them first couple pull-ups, where we're sitting around a big table, eating,
Oh,
just
I like
having,
that.
you know what I'm saying,
Oh,
just
I like
having
that.
just having a good time. You know what I'm saying, and the podcast is called "If I Was You, I'd Listen." You know, and shout out to DJ, man. He's our super engineer, and you know he really is part of the show.
Go DJ.
Facts. Young boy, young legend out here.
DJ, DD.
Listen, Thursday nights at Lovera, fellas, get there. That's all I'm gonna say.
I like it.
Thursday
I
nights
don't know
Lovera.
Where's
Get
that?
Where's
there.
Lovera?
It's Broad Street, right?
Yeah,
Broad
Washington
Street,
Park,
Broad
the
Street,
plaza.
yeah.
There's a
Where the
plaza.
Family Dollar is.
Oh, yeah,
Right in the corner.
Yo,
All right.
That shit's been there for mad long now.
yeah,
Lovera?
yo,
Maybe
a
the
lot
structure,
of
not the name.
high major talent, bro. A lot of high major talent. That's all I'm gonna,
On the
that's all I'm gonna
engineering.
say.
We should
On the-
go
oh, yeah,
to Lovera.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna stay away from there.
All right.
All right, what time
yeah,
is it?
man.
Okay. I didn't know it was that type of. I didn't know it was that type of
Oh no, it's a good time. I'm gonna stay away from there.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's not a bad. All right.
Okay.
it's a good time.
Okay.
That's not what I'm not saying. This is, you know.
Thursday? Nah,
Thursday.
Thursdays.
I like it.
Alex said tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Alex. Tomorrow.
That's a little crazy, man.
I'm inside now. I told you I'm done being
Summer's
outside.
over?
Summer's over.
R&B music, cuffing season. Yeah,
Oh, man, I have to go a little better then.
Oh, yo, listen, man. It's serious in there. That's what I'm gonna say. I mean, I'm wifed up, bro. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I be chilling.
We all are.
but-
We all
Yeah.
are.
Oh, everybody here's wifed up?
Said Alex.
I mean, Alex.
Not legally.
Yeah, nobody's legally married.
Nobody legally
Nobody's
married.
legally married. But
Why is that in the black community, man? Why don't we get married?
Nobody paying for that bullshit, man.
How come we don't get married? Serious question.
Oh, he's halfway there.
It's my properties.
Are you engaged, right?
I'm engaged, yeah.
Okay,
I
perfect.
was there once upon a time.
yeah,
Why don't I always wonder that like I know very few African Americans
because I got shit to do.
who get married.
Because you have shit to do.
It's just I haven't
I'm
gone
just
into the
fucking serious, bro.
necessity of it.
I'm just asking.
No, I'm
father-
answering. It's no beef.
My father was with my
I'm
mom
done too.
17 years before they got married.
Okay.
And we built.
Okay.
In her name and my name, and you know.
I feel you.
Marriage doesn't. I guess building doesn't require marriage.
There's that added pressure now that we're married. I don't know. That's how I look at it. Like when growing up, like I always did want to get married. As I've grown up, it's like why?
She's been failing, man. The failure rate is just way through the roof.
Okay. But I'm just
That's
saying,
in every
like, I would
community.
but I feel like we don't get married in our community.
Should we?
I don't think anybody should do anything that they don't want to do. Me personally, I do want to get married.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do too.
But I think a lot of it has to do with like I always see my parents married.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's different.
I enjoy the process of building.
Of building.
I enjoy
Of building towards marriage.
just building, bro.
Building.
Like I like seeing something being constructed and then having like small end results. Like holy shit, look at that. All right, let's like you were saying, like you achieve something and then you want
And
2 or 3 more things.
Carter
right?
really builds too.
That's the funny thing. That he's using those words. It's funny that he's using those words.
That's right. Yeah.
It makes sense.
Nah.
But yeah, I enjoy that process. So if in that process, the person I'm with wants me to sign some shit,
Is that like a finality of the building? We're no longer building. Now we're committed.
no. I mean, maybe to her, and I'm not taking anything
question,
away from
right.
it. I'm not, but for me, it's like are we still building?
Are we still building?
Because that's just we
we're
decorated that floor. Like,
I was
we
like,
decorated.
we're done.
Yeah, I ain't trying to turn nobody away from it. All I'm saying is
It's
that
not
now
going anywhere else.
Right, because
we don't have to build anymore. One of y'all could be like, nope. We built. I'm happy right here. No, I want to
But
keep
does
building.
that happen?
But you can't leave.
Speaking of that, does that happen in marriage?
Oh,
Do
you can
people
leave.
stop building after they get married? Right? Is it like?
Does that happen?
They definitely stop building together if the
No,
divorce rate is that high.
No, I think that's what in certain marriages. I'm not saying all, but they stop building. Right?
Yeah.
To your how you're putting it. Like, all right, we got here. Like it's like for me, marriage shouldn't be a destination. Right? It shouldn't be a place we get to, and we're done.
Yep.
It's just like
Trips
something
over.
else you do.
Trips over. All right.
Not for me.
Right.
I got shit to do, B.
Right.
I got shit to do.
Marriage should just be some shit you do, not
And if-
something you
and
have
if-
to do. Just
And you should be riding with me.
yeah. Hey, might wake up one day like
should be doing shit with
y'all get
me.
married.
Yeah.
I was like, you should be
Ain't doing nothing.
doing shit with me.
You should be doing shit with me. And if you want me to sign some shit, I'll sign some shit. Whatever.
Nah,
but-
nah, me. I'm just enjoying
But
everyone's
like you
perspective.
said, because
I want to get married.
because you've seen that,
Yeah.
right?
I was gonna ask you.
And
I
your
was gonna ask
father's
you
your dog,
personally.
right? That's your dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And your mom, you know, I see it. I saw it in person and stuff like that. How you interact with your mom too. So
Yo,
those are your
listen, man.
peoples,
Yo, the funniest thing is, man, my mom's a 4'10" Jewish lady.
Yeah.
But she's the pit
cool.
bull. She's the pit bull.
Yeah,
of
you
the
really are
family.
Drake.
Yeah, yeah.
Your dad from Memphis?
Handlebar mustache.
His father's a legend, man. Like if you hear the stories, like at least the guys that I know that when his father's name comes up, man, it's like guys light up. Like
Yeah, man.
neighborhood guy, take anybody in,
Yep.
Yeah.
helped a lot of people out.
Dope.
Fact.
You know.
Yeah, man. He's like the biggest reason why I went in the direction I went in. Like when you young, you want to just make money. So I'm like, I'm gonna be in finance. I'm gonna make all this money, and it was cool. But I would leave like for like a year straight. I left work every day with a headache. And as soon as I switched jobs, even though I was making way less working in working at the Crusade, it was just great. I felt great every day. What was that?
It's trained.
Is that a ghost? Oh,
Nobody else was
I'm like,
I was like,
It's Jesus,
whoa.
dog.
I'm like, somebody gonna
And
have to.
I looked at him. I seen him moving his chair. I was like, that's not a chair.
I'm like, he's still alive, right? I'm like, oh,
I'm getting married.
I'm getting mad. Yeah, but they're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I think I'm a proponent of getting married. Me and my girl have been together for about a year and a half. You know, I want to get married soon and have kids and start a family and, you know, like you said, Bill.
You don't have any kids?
Huh? No, I have 0 kids.
Wow.
Selfish.
Wait, so wait, because you're an ex-finance guy too, right?
Yep.
Do each of you own your own properties?
So my goal is so I own a home. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And she's moved in with me. So my goal is for her to buy a home when the market kind of cools down. It's for her to buy a home, a 2 or 3 family that were that were really buying together, but in her name, so she can get that first time home buyer's
This is what I'm
loan.
saying. Like, this is the part where I'm like, I
That's
push
building.
marriage off.
But that's building.
That's the building.
That's building.
Yeah, but then like marriage to me is like I think that like a big problem that we have is like I'm not afraid to like show my relationship off. Like I'm not afraid to post my girl on Instagram, social media.
I was gonna ask that question. I had a question
Yeah.
about
Watch your
that.
girl's ass grab.
Nah.
Promoting it.
Reem like this,
Yeah.
double tap.
I'm like,
Yo, Josh is like, yo, what are you doing? Josh is looking through. He's like, so Reem, I was in that picture.
Like, who is this dude, man? Like, what's wrong with you?
yeah.
Josh is like,
All of his
Reem,
DMs, all you gonna see is hands.
Reem, I was in that picture. Why you didn't like the picture I was in?
I'm like, come on, bro. And so
palms.
like I don't have like I think that like in this new era that we're in, like people are so scared to like show who they're committed to. And I mean, showing somebody on social media isn't the be all end all. You know what I'm saying? But
that is where
a
we
lot
are,
of
though.
a lot of women just want that acknowledgement. Like I feel like it just alleviates a lot of problems. Like, why you not showing me off? Because if you post everything else on social media that's important to you, why aren't you posting her? That's how like she's thinking. So, I mean, marriage, I want to do it. I don't want some big extravagant wedding. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to get married. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. Drew's married. Drew's my younger brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's married.
Shout out to
Little
Drew.
kid.
I got an award in his name.
You did. That was a funny day. That was a funny ass day.
I started searching. I was like, oh shit, that's Josh's little brother. Little brother. I'm ordering both of them. I got one.
Well, that was at the Bond dinner.
Yeah, the Bond, yeah.
So the crazy thing about Bond is, me and my friend Timothy Kirkland, aka Big Boy, up there in Syracuse, where I went to college, we started an organization called Bond in our dorm room. Brothers on a New Direction, because we felt like the BSU was corny. We felt like a lot of like the frats were corny. You know what I'm saying? So we just wanted to start our own thing, and Drew seen it and kind of and started a Bond at URI, and the Bond chapter at URI, they're so lit, they're so dope. So man, shout out to them.
Drew copy.
That's what's up, man. That's crazy.
But
No,
I don't.
no.
Yeah, it's not copying. It's influence.
Yeah.
Man.
It's not copy, it's influence. I
It's
like it.
influence.
So I got an emerging leader award in Drew's name. Shout out to Drew, man.
Facts.
Come to you.
That's what's up, man. Are we doing it? Are we doing it?
So Patriots 6-11.
Patriots this year, I think I'm gonna finish 10-7.
Optimism.
I like that.
10-7.
Does that
Buffalo's
mean
gonna have a better
that they
record,
make
so-
it to the Super?
That
does
means they
mean
beat
playoffs?
Buffalo at least
Playoffs?
once.
I think they will. Man, like to be honest with you,
I'm not gonna
nobody
lie.
scares me.
I think Mac Jones is going to be a stud.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I do. I really do.
All health
think it's
considered.
Right.
Man, like people want to hate on the Patriots.
No.
Bro, I do. But
He doesn't have to be better than Tom Brady. He just has to be
Not
better than
gonna
Cam.
Bro, like Tom Brady is the greatest football player ever.
I'd probably go a lot further than that.
Maybe the greatest athlete ever.
Champion.
Champion. What about Bill Russell?
No.
11.
It's just harder to do in NFL.
True.
It's just
very
harder
true.
to do in it. And at that time, Bill Russell was an anomaly. Tom Brady is an anomaly in the fact that he is like weak.
He's old.
He's not jacked.
not super
at all.
athletic.
He's not
Yeah.
super athletic. He's not bad.
he was just called him weak.
Not weak, but like Tom Brady walking hand outbench probably all of us right now. But at the same time, compared to other football
Yeah.
players, he's like
He's not a dominant
not
athlete.
prototypical at all.
Yeah.
Right.
But as a champion,
Yo,
I
man,
read some shit the other day. It said Tom Brady throughout his career has a better percentage of going to the Super Bowl than Steph Curry has of hitting a 3-pointer.
That is accurate.
What?
That's
Yeah.
a fact.
Brady's played.
What?
This is his 21st year.
That's crazy.
No, this is year 22, and he's been to 10 Super
10.
Bowls.
Super Bowls. Half his career.
Yeah. So Steph shoots like 45% from three.
And he has more Super Bowls than franchises have.
Yeah. But yo,
Every
like
franchise.
Every franchise.
Brady's something different, man. It's I hope people know what
And he's
they were
up on
watching.
MVP stat right now. Do 5 last week.
God level, man. Like it's crazy. Like to like go to another team, man.
Nah,
God
it is-
level.
It's over. That whole Peyton Manning debate I used to have about Tom Brady. That
Peyton
shit's over.
No, I've been
Manning.
over. And I'm a Peyton Manning fan.
Yeah,
I've been
Peyton
dead
Manning
at that.
could never.
I've been dead at that.
Yo, Peyton Manning's greatest weakness was was that he was too nice.
Yeah.
Like there were so many times I seen him trying to do too much, and Brady will like take the sack. Brady will throw the ball away. Brady will take the 3-yard check down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like and
And
that's
the GOAT. I think the greatest champion of all time. Maybe Serena Williams. We start talking.
Serena's up.
Michael Phelps,
Legend.
maybe. But it's not Jordan. Not LeBron. It's like Tom Brady,
Jordan's up
Serena,
there, bro.
and Phelps.
Jordan's definitely up there.
Jordan's up there.
Not as a champion.
He won 6.
Bill Russell's ahead of Jordan then.
No, you're talking about winning.
What's about like yeah, but you just
No
said that he
losses.
was an anomaly. Like Jordan was doing it when the league wasn't segregated. Oh, there I go again. Look at that. I'm just sorry, Bill Russell.
Yeah, exactly. Bill, like,
Bill won most of
they
his
named the MVP
before the
award
modern
after
era.
me.
Yeah, that's facts. I don't know. I mean, but yeah, man. I think the Patriots are gonna be good this year. We have a
10
really
to 7
good,
was aggressive.
we have really good defense. Yo, all we
You got a lot
gotta
back
do
this
is
year.
go 2-2. We have to beat either the Saints or Bucks in these next 2 weeks. I think we're gonna beat the Saints.
I like you against the Saints. I'm starting their defense though.
I'm sorry for you.
Maybe there should be some touch point back
It's
when
either them or the
when we do
Rams
the
versus
playoffs.
Tampa.
Ugh. Yeah, you might as well
Man, the
start
Rams
the
used to be
Saints.
good.
Yeah, but it's
The
Tampa.
Rams are good now.
That defense was fucking crazy last year.
Not doing it against Tom Brady.
They did it.
He just came off 5 touchdowns, bro.
He's like that.
I'll take the Saints versus Mac Jones
Okay.
versus Tom Brady versus
Okay.
the Rams.
I guess. I guess. All right.
So, yo, fam, we do this thing, as you probably know, called Honorable Mention.
Or may not know.
Yeah,
called
okay.
Honorable Mention, where we shout out whatever we want to shout out towards the end of the podcast, whatever you're listening to, whatever you're reading, watching, whatever. We can go first if you want, and then you can.
Facts. You guys take it away.
Started the podcast off with this man's music. That concert. I'm not really a concert guy, but it made me appreciate John Hope's album a lot more. Just being there live with the band. Shout out to John Hope. And then
congratulations.
and somebody was like, I got approached while we were in there and was like, yo, when am I gonna be the co-host?
Huh?
That's what he approached me with.
For the John Hope show?
Shout out to Chachi the legend.
Shout out to Chachi.
That's my guy.
Oh God.
Shout out to
Mad
Chachi.
angry we couldn't get it.
I told him, hey, Reem only has 18 more podcasts left, and then you go.
More than 18, man. We'll see.
I don't think it was Reem's spot that he was looking at, though.
Damn, he was plotting on you.
Fuck Chachi, man.
That's hilarious.
Yo, man,
shit.
one thing that people don't know about John Hope, yo, he's super intelligent.
Yes.
100%.
He's
Just told us about the upper middle class rapper.
bro, he's super intelligent.
Yes, he is.
Like I was just talking with him on the phone today. Extremely intelligent brother, man. Shout
Yeah,
out to him.
Shout out to him, man.
I'm gonna go to John Hope route. New single out. Hands on the Clock featuring Jay Stone. Go check that out. And I definitely want to mention, if I was you, I'd listen podcast.
Facts.
Check that out.
We
please.
here, man.
Yeah.
If I was you, I'd listen.
Word.
I would. Yep.
I'm mad we were all weren't here, but we'll make it happen. We'll make it
For
happen.
sure. Yo, we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna have a nice long
You want to do
table.
a spread? I'm
Yeah,
fine. I
we're
like
gonna-
Chuck.
Yeah, I like
I'm
that.
with it.
I like that.
My honorable mention is down to. Not at all. Honestly, 9 Perfect Strangers on Hulu. It's an incredible ensemble of actors, just mental health, anything you can think about in the mental space, and just how to treat it with psychedelics.
Oh wow.
All right.
9-part series.
All right. That's dope. Mine is AZ. Do or Die too.
How is that? I still ain't got to it yet.
Reem was right. It's
good old nigga
old
rap.
head. Yeah. That's
Old
what
head
it is.
music.
That's all it is, man. If you just want to, do your yard, cut your grass, you know what I'm saying? And
Jim?
listen to some old dude rap.
Jim?
Maybe not Jim.
You want some shit that ain't got
maybe if you're on a treadmill, just on a treadmill,
Maybe a bike.
just
Yeah,
on a bike.
Ain't no dances in this album. Ain't no dances to
Ain't
this
no
album.
dancing. Ain't no like, oh, it's just like a mellow, just
Okay.
you're riding around in your car.
But it was good though. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was really good. It was really good.
Honorable mention, some music. I want to shout out Hill Holler Avenue and Campbell.
Yes, sir.
Two sides of the same coin.
just shared
Shout
that
out
to
to
us.
them.
Going on tour, they're opening up for
Conway, right?
Conway.
Yeah, that's fire, bro.
That's fire.
Man, yo, shout out to
exactly
yo,
what
Hill's my brother, man, and shout out to Campbell's, man. He's
Jack of all trades.
he's
right
really
Working.
he's a talent, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is a talent. Shout out to Serious Gomes, man. Just dropped an album called Undrafted. Fire album. I've known this kid since forever. Great kid, great family, man. Shout out to A Party with Rami. Who was also on our show, man, and
We had her
you know,
on there, too.
she had a
Rami,
song I really like.
Need that one-on-one still.
She wants that
Just said she
one-on-one
wanna
with
play
Told her
Fuck
she
your
bust my ass. It's
She
crazy.
just bust his ass.
And then I seen that at
she
the
might.
Serious Gomes joint. She's like, no, I'll still bust your ass.
She calls herself Lady LeBron.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that shit.
No, she's
okay.
not 6'7". She's not 6'8".
she got cut from the basketball team.
LeBron.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of troops came out that night.
yeah.
I don't know, but shout out to her, man. She's in London,
100%.
and some other artists I'm listening to, man. West Side Gun, man. I love Griselda. That's the sound I grew up on. And man, I've been listening to them. I've been listening to Boldy James, the new joint with Alchemist. Obviously CLB and Donda. A show I'm watching. Shit. I'm getting ready to watch The Wonder Years
With the black one.
with the Black
It's gonna be
family.
like Black
that.
Fred Savage. This shit
Okay.
gonna be
They got
hilarious,
Black
nigga.
Topanga?
Ain't gonna be no apple juice in that fridge. Just
That's
purple.
Boy Meets World.
That is Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
Nah, ain't no debate. Watch what you do with that saying I do.
So I mean that's what I'm on. A book I read, I think that's dope. A lot of people should read is The Millionaire Next Door.
I like that one.
I like those. I like them.
I like those honorable mentions.
Happy 15 years. Happy 15 years.
I'm fine with that. I really like this song.
We had a 2 album.
Close out with some Lupe.
This album was good. Though.
Classic.
I don't know what happened after that.
Classic.
You got lasers.
How many times you listen to this
He
album?
did get lasers.
Enough.
Okay, just checking.
They Square or Royce the 5'9", yeah, they friends yet?
I don't know what's going on over there. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's real. I
Lupe
don't.
got weird, man.
Chill, don't say that. My guy.
Sorry.
It's emotional.
You almost upset the supreme leader.
Whole episode.
rules the world, bro.
All of a sudden.
Like, follow, share, comment.
Fuck with us.
Fuck with us.
Thanks for having me, Thug. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming, man.
As soon as you said that shit, I was like,
Yeah, we out. We out.
Oh my god.
every time I touch my headphone, it squeaks like that. I wonder if that's just an in-ear thing or was that an always thing?
Hey man, that was super fun, bro. I appreciate it.